Hello, good afternoon once again. Good morning, wherever you listen, or good evening, wherever you're watching us from all over the world. Like I promised, I'll be back again, and we're live. And this time we are connecting another distinguished Nigeria. Today is a special day for him. He's a honorable Olak. Let me go straight to Lagos right now. Our dear honorable.
Yes.
Kunle Mutiu Okunola, MKO,
Yes, sir.
popularly called MKO, our own.
Yes.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay.
How is Lagos, Nigeria?
It's fine. We are
So
doing
where
it.
exactly are you right now? What is happening, sir?
Yes, I'm in Ikeja. Today is our 1-year anniversary. I want to take you to the background of the movement.
Okay, please tell us brief about the movement.
Yeah, my name is Honorable Mutiu Kunle Okunola, MKO, the National Coordinator of Nigeria Reformation Unity Forum, stroke TNN, Tinubu 2023 non-negotiable. Our movement is for the unity of Nigeria. Our movement is for, hello? Am I still on
Live and direct. You are talking about the movement. Please go ahead about the movement.
Yes, the movement is for the unity of Nigeria, and the movement is for the development of Nigeria. So what we're trying to do is a lot of people, clannish people, are calling for secession, be it Arewa, be it is Oduduwa, be it Biafra. So on our own thinking, we find out that our forefather has actually went into the same line. Some have lost their life. It is not achievable. So let us use political solution to solve Nigeria problem by coming together as one. And that's why we set up this movement. And immediately we started up this movement, we started mobilization from north and south. Today we have done 25 states of 36 states of the Federation. Okay? So what we are saying in essence is our movement is about power rotation. Because even the military who hand over Fourth Republic to us acknowledge that fact. And that's why they have restricted the presidency in 1998 to the southwest, where MKO Abiola came from and where he died without giving his mandate. If they allow other regions to partake, there can be disintegration. So now that the democracy is in place, the politician will not shy away from that. It was not included in our constitution because it's a military constitution handed over to us by Abacha. So you can't have a perfect document. But we expect constitutional review to meet the need of Nigeria, to meet the unity of Nigeria, so that we will not disintegrate. And if they fail to do it, our movement can sponsor such bill and mobilize and enforce it for it to be done. Because you hear marginalization from people, the South will be saying they are marginalized. Immediately the presidency come from to the South now, the North will be calling marginalization. Because who lives in glass house should not throw stone. So we must look for a working paper to meet Nigerian needs. And that's why we are moving for constitutional review. We are moving for electoral reform. And these are the things that we want to quickly talk about. What is our agenda? What is in our intention? And you cannot do all that without putting structure in place. And that's why we have embarked on this movement, who is membership driven from state to state. We have done 25 of the 36. Immediately we finish on the 36, we will gather in Abuja, and all the 36 states will mobilize en masse. Then we will now push forward our 7-man demands to the federal government, because the present constitution are not working for Nigeria. If we have a president come to South now, he will take power into his hands. Absolute power corrupt, absolutely. So we cannot be going on the Baba chair, rounding in Nigeria. Nigeria is leaving APC now. They are going back to PDP. They will love PDP to come to APC because the paper is not working. The arrangement is not working. PDP is not alternative. Even if APC go, let's look for alternative platform that has people in mind. So that is the essence why we have come. And one of our constitutional review that we are pushing is to have the president, we should have deputy president. vice president in 6 zones of the Nigeria region, so that when the president is incapacitated, maybe due to death or maybe is being impeached, how do you say you are talking of power rotation when a president is removed from the north? You want the vice president in the south to take over. You have scattered the system yourself. So you must put in a system that will be able to meet that power rotation between north and south. So once there is a president who is deceased or is impeached or what have you, the vice president from the region that is producing that president will take over and he will never recontest, because the next person that will contest is the deputy president that is coming from another region. So with that one, there is no reason for any president to do 2 terms. We are now proposing 5 single years for all presidents. So in 30 years, all the region of this country will have tasted power in our lifetime. See, this present moment now, there are some regions in Nigeria that have never been presidents, while other regions have been multiplying, like Northwest now. They have had president over and over. Yar'Adua came from Northwest. Buhari is now there again. In Southwest, that is where Obasanjo comes from. Now we are clamoring for Tinubu to come out again, while other regions have been abandoned.
Wow.
So you have to kickstart a system that puts people as if they matter. And how do you want to do it? You have to come with a structure that will determine and sponsor people into government, which is the political party or any movement who have the interest of people at hand. So we are suggesting 5 singular terms for every region, so that people will not see marginalization. They will wait for their turn. Then, not only that, we are suggesting there must be vice president in every region, where allocation of that region will be released to, instead of every governor stashing our money into foreign country, that this is Abia State money. He will carry out of it, lodge it in a bank account. But if the money is released to the vice president of that region, they have a uniform development. All the 42 lists in the exclusive list will be returned back to the region. We will have a regional police, regional banking, regional rail system, regional transportation, regional education, and everything will be competitive.
Wow.
So
wow.
The issue where a president is deceased will not put Nigeria into instability. So once a president is deceased or removed, the vice president of that region, because that region has to complete their own single term of 5 years, so the vice president will be sworn in and he will not recontest. So immediately after 5 years, the power rotates to the other region. And that region will have prepared which region is getting it first. So we are starting all over by sponsoring Tinubu from Southwest. Immediately we sponsor Tinubu, we are having deputy president instead of vice president, who will come from Northeast. Because Northeast have not tested it. So immediately Tinubu is finishing his year, another person is coming in. And this is what we are trying to sponsor at the National Assembly. And once we sponsor it as a constitutional review, then once it becomes operational, by 2023, election can be going without any suspicion. So what we are facing now is colonial mentality. It is this craft that the colonial master have written to us, to be bringing people who have no intelligence to govern us. These people that refuse MKO from contesting or winning or taking his mandate, they are the ones that did not allow Awolowo to win, because they know these leaders will develop both north and south. They are not sectional leaders, but they will be able to allow Babangida to rule for 8 years, Abacha 9 years, even Obasanjo for years, but you are not allowing democratic people to rule and install and put Nigeria interest into the play. In Nigeria today, from independence, we have made nothing less than $670-something trillion from our oil, the accounted one, from 1960 today. Come and look at Nigeria. Do you see 20 trillion spent from independence to now in Nigeria, when we still live in shanties? So who is the huge beneficiary of Nigeria economy from independence to now? It's colonial masters. It's not about north and south. So if the problem is about north and south, today Kano will have been a Dubai of Africa, because the same emirate they practice in Kano is what they practice in Dubai. Why are they progressing? Why are we not progressing in Kano? So our problem in Nigeria is artificial. They have hijacked our leadership. They will recommend the leader to us, and so that they can continue sipping our money. All those leaders will just go on the campaign, lying to Nigeria. Immediately they have been appointed. All the money go to the colonial master, and they will eventually be borrowing us the money and put us in debt for our lifetime. So it is time for us to work for Nigeria as a one. The common Nigerians, both north and south, we are all friends, there is no problem. But when it comes to election or headlines, they'll be begin divide and rule. These are what we are saying. Another electoral reform we are suggesting is for INEC to go computerize electronic voting. Let INEC have a platform like WhatsApp. If market woman can be using WhatsApp, why are you now saying Nigeria is not computer literate enough to vote through e-voting? So our other suggestion under electoral reform is for INEC to have an application like WhatsApp. We call it INEC application. Both people in diaspora and at home, everybody will download it. Then you can register with INEC. When you register, it gives you a reference number that your registration is not yet complete until you take biometrics. So you go to your local government, you go and do your biometrics. They generate another code for you. You put it on your platform, it completes. And wherever you feel that you are going to vote, you vote. On the day of the voting, you just open the portal for 8 hours for everybody to vote. So you don't need security, you don't need threat, you don't need other committee. Nobody needs to leave the room of their house.
Wow,
So
you're speaking. Please go ahead.
Both people in abroad and people local, they can choose their leaders. Because whenever you want to vote, the government will declare public holiday. That is loss of revenue. They will restrict everybody. People who have voters card that have traveled cannot have their say. So they limit, and there is a voter apathy through that system. Because nobody wants to go to polling unit when you cannot guarantee your life. Because you want to come and vote for a politician who will steal your money. So people are now declining to participate. People don't get easily registered. They suffer so much to get registered. Something you can do on your platform, on your WhatsApp. Once an INEC have an application, everybody will download it and you register and you see everybody that is registered in Nigeria. It's simple as ABC. All our banking sector are using the same computer. Money has not been missing. Everybody get their own account. So why does it be a problem for us to use it to develop our nation? So we want to compel INEC to do the needful that relate with the present generation, so that the younger one, who are the higher population from 18 to 35, we partake. All of them are not partaking. We have 200 million Nigeria. Presidential election put together is not up to 20 million. Is that not ridiculous? How many percentage is deciding for Nigeria? That's voter apathy. So these are the part of what we are proposing. So once INEC can go into having a e-system, you don't need to spend money. You don't need to allocate money for police. Those money can go for development. A police that gets his salary during the time of election, you still allocate 40-something billion for them. Is that not corruption? For them to go to polling units, you get other committee, you allocate money for INEC, billions for people who will go there, yet the vote has no merit. There's no credibility to those votes. All those votes are the votes that we are going back to decide in the court. The INEC will declare this, court will declare that. How long are we going to continue this way? And the good thing about it too, it will reduce legal tussle after election. So there are so many ways we can help our country. The present system, our colonial mentality, handed over to us so that Nigeria can never grow and we cannot come out of slave.
So much. I want to thank you, our able MKO. Thank you so much for this, because you are actually, it's a case of the Floyd, George Floyd, where you can't breathe. I can feel that from your explanation. People are choking and say, you know, this system is not working, and it's evident in the streets. It's evident everywhere, from north to south, from east to west. That evidence is there. Why is it that up to now there's no steady electricity? Why is it that now up to now there's no good road? Why is it that up to now, if the bank can work effectively, if other sector can work, why is it that the governance are not working? Why not go digital? So I quite appreciate what you are saying, and I wish you all the best. And I pray that you carry the youth along so that people can understand this vision where we can transform from the old. I'm happy it's coming from you, you know, somebody that has been there, that have seen it all. So I just pray that this will eventually come to pass.
Amen. It will. With your support, when people have the education of what we are doing, we will mobilize them to ensure that people's will go through. When you talk about power, power is in the people when they exercise it. But they need to, once people are not informed, they get deformed. So we need to send out information. Part of what we are doing for my 1-year anniversary is to educate you and let you know what we stand for. We have allegiance to Nigeria more than any other political party. Our own aim is to transform Nigeria. Look, even anywhere in the whole world, it is iron that bend iron. It is those people you believe that have destroyed Nigeria will be used to help Nigeria out of this wood. So we cannot close our eyes and say, this one is not good, that one is not good, you are removing them. Who's going to do it?
That's true.
Who is going to do it? It's only politicians that will do it. Everywhere in the whole world is politicians that govern the country. You cannot go and bring bricklayer or carpenter. But what? We have to reform those politicians. We have to look into our system. Our system is corrupt. This colonial mentality that they handed over to us. Yesterday, Buhari was a whaler. He was wailing. He was a baboon and something will roast in blood. Today he's there. He has slept off. When he leaves, he becomes a whaler like Obasanjo. So who is the beneficiary of Nigeria? Incompetency. His colonial masters. They are just using all of us for their own interest. They have enslaved all our intellectual people, which they call brain drain. I only pity Nigerian businessmen, because in a situation where we are only using people who will see water, they still feel thirsty to develop our own nation, while the best brain has already been given an escape route by colonial master. Any best brain that can face politicians in Nigeria are no more in the show of this country, because they have the potentials that they will have grabbed and they will have used them their ripe age into when they are old age, they will now throw them back to Nigeria to come and die. It's a cycle of a thing. I don't know why people cannot see it. All you brilliant people that are in London, America, and wherever, you would have been there if Nigeria is better. The Britain want to use you. At the end of the day, they will throw you back and put neck on your nail. You will not breathe. You have used the better day to develop another person's country who will not be there for you at your old age.
Wow.
And your children will continue on the same slavery, systematic slavery. And that's why they have so much focus on Africa.
Thank you very much. Africa is the future and is well known, everybody known from east to west, in Europe, in Africa, in the west, east, north. We know that Africa is the future. And I'm happy people like you are championing that rewriting of the history, restructuring of the old ways. Because those days we used to do peasant farming. If we don't mechanize, we will still remain, outdated. So I'm happy and confident about this, and I wish you all the best, and I wish all the young people that are ready to do this to all the best, and I know that we will get there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All the best. Happy anniversary once again.
God bless you, and I would like to talk to you some other time to give you updates as the movement goes on. We are 1 year today, and by coming few months, it will be crystal clear to Nigeria that you have to allow people who are competent to drive the nation. It's not about one person, it's about collective responsibility. But it has to be somebody who's democratic in tendency to allow everybody to contribute. You won't blame President Buhari now because he's a military man. He wants to carry and do everything all by himself. So, but we have to move from his own. That's why we say it is next level. Our next level is to allow a true Democrat to really create wealth and to empower people, both local and abroad, to have a say in the country, which is their fatherland, rather than stay far away in no man's land. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much, and congratulations once again. Happy anniversary. My regards to you and the team and the family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
And you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yes, that has been our honorable live and direct all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. It's all about, like I said, this program we'll be talking politics, we'll be talking humanitarian service, we'll be talking about entertainment. So this is a very strong one, talking about rewriting the history, talking about why is it that it's not working. Very, very thought-provoking words, very, very educating words out there. I wish and I pray that we all have to have a rethink and see how we can take this actually seriously to the next level. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again for another exciting edition of Afrinity Connect with me, Wilfred Adams.